Yo, what's up, Nerf Herders? We are back, baby. This is Bootzilla.
This is Big Perm.
And J-Bone.
And we are here. We're going to start with a controversial topic for our first episode here. We just started on Spreaker, and we're super pumped to be doing this again. We're going to stick with audio and then maybe get to some video feeds later on here. But huge stuff that came out this year, comic book movies. Batman v Superman, arguably one of the most anticipated films of all time to have like two of your most iconic superheroes in one film together. And then Captain America Civil War. So we're going to just dissect both of these films and just have one big conversation about this and rock and roll with it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's start with Batman v Superman. I think the stakes were super, super high for this movie.
And it totally delivered. I don't know. This movie is like, step aside, James Cameron, dude. No, it really... now that you kind of like, now that like the dust is settled and all like the hype is gone... like especially the hype. Now that the hype's gone, dude, it's like, man, it truly didn't really live up to the hype, did it?
No.
I mean, I say the only good thing in that movie is Affleck's Batman, Bruce Wayne Batman. It's the only thing I really liked in that movie. But even like how they shelled out his character, it was like, I don't know. Back me up on this. It was like fucking weird, dude.
It was, dude. It was. It's like, here's the thing. It's like there are some good takeaways from the movie for sure. And we're probably going to wind up dissecting the hell out of this and like really seeming like it was just a big pile of shit. It was kind of exactly what I thought it was going to be. Like, Zack Snyder is a visual director. You know with Zack Snyder you're going to get great visuals. The movie is beautiful to watch. It's just the story is not there. There's no substance to back up these visuals at all. So many plot holes, so many things that made zero sense, too many things where people are backing it up by saying, well, if you knew the comic books, you'd understand this little scene. It's like, it shouldn't be like that. This is adapted for film, and it needs to make sense across the board. Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck, was definitely a highlight of the movie. The one thing that I did not like about him, and not that I don't care for the killing and stuff, like, it's fine. If they're going to have Batman kill, it's fine, but it seemed like completely excessive killing. When he's going to steal the kryptonite, he's just killing the shit out of everybody. It's like, you don't even know who the fuck these people are, man.
Oh, yeah,
It's not like this prime villain, but it doesn't make sense because how come all these people are locked up in Suicide Squad then? Why don't you just kill them? You're killing all these nobodies like it's nothing, but now you've just locked all these other people up. So it kind of goes against the code of this Batman.
Yeah, I enjoyed Affleck's Batman a lot. I thought it brought a little bit more dynamic, I guess dynamics to the character. I thought they did a really good job kind of introducing that older Batman, that Frank Miller Batman that I enjoy the most out of the comic books, but I just didn't like the delivery of the rest of the movie. And I thought that there was a lot of shit that was like shoehorned in. I thought they tried way too hard to catch up to the Avengers as far as we need to introduce these new characters for Justice League. And then the story didn't make much sense to me. The motives of the characters weren't there. And ultimately, Zack Snyder dropped the ball again on understanding what kind of a character Superman ultimately is and his motivations for being who he is.
Yeah.
I think there have been so many opportunities within this and Man of Steel to truly get the Superman character the right way and make it so that his character makes sense and the reason why he's Superman and why he's kind of the poster boy of the superhero. But they haven't quite gotten it yet. They're trying to make him more of this realistic quote-unquote character, and it's like, these are comic books, man. They're not fucking real life. You need to observe the character for what it was when it was printed 70 years ago and go from there.
Yeah, so I mean, overall, Batman v Superman lackluster compared to what you wanted it to be. And like I said, we're going to dissect a lot of this movie and everything, and it's not that we don't want to like the movie. It's Batman versus Superman. I mean, who the hell doesn't want that movie to be absolutely amazing? It's just, as a film goer and a comic book fan and a fan of these movies, you expect more. And we're going to jump way more into that. So general consensus, not quite there. But Civil War, on the other hand, Civil War was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it more than Age of Ultron. I thought it was a huge step up in the right direction because I think Age of Ultron, while I enjoyed it, even my second viewing I thought it was better, it still almost was a step back to me. I thought you had all this momentum coming out of Winter Soldier, and it just killed the momentum.
Oh, God, yeah.
And, the Civil War was just so much better in pushing this series forward and developing these characters.
Absolutely.
It's kind of weird now. If you look at Civil War, it's like, or no, I'm sorry, if you look at the Avengers, if you start looking at the Avengers now, it's like, as opposed to, how do I say this without like kind of making myself sound like an idiot? It's like you see kind of like Captain America as like the front leader. You know what I mean? When it was kind of Tony Stark, but it's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like Captain America's got 2 bomb movies, dude. Well, actually has 3, but the 2 last ones, man. Well, Civil War, I guess you could say, and then Winter Soldier. They're so good. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like since they're so good, you kind of look at them as like that is the you know what I mean? That's like the poster child now. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm just kind of.
Yeah, no, I feel like Chris Evans is kind of taken over the MCU, like, from Robert Downey Jr. at this point. I think Robert Downey Jr. was like the flagship boy up and through Avengers, and I think it's slowly transitioned into Chris Evans. He is a perfect Captain America.
Oh, dude.
He's as much Captain America as Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, for sure. And, like, the thing that Civil War got so right was the conflict. And it was the one thing Batman v Superman completely lacked was the conflict. There's supposed to be motives. Batman versus Superman. You know, when you think about that, it should be 2 ideologies conflicting against each other, and that's where your conflict is coming from. We never got Batman versus Superman. It was Batman just being a complete dickhead for 2.5 hours, and Superman being forced against his will to show up and play fucking hopscotch. Like, that's what we got. Civil War, the motives behind Tony Stark and behind Captain America, perfect.
They were well crafted.
Perfect motives.
And what's nice is that you built those over time. And I think, you can make the comparison that Captain America to Marvel is the Superman, to DC. And Iron Man is the, Batman, kind of version in Marvel. You have that private businessman, war machine kind of guy versus the dude who just has this power, but he understands that it's his responsibility to do good with that power.
Yeah.
So I think Civil War gets that. And I think Marvel, at least the MCU, gets that. And that's really where I would like to see DC kind of succeed in the future. I want them to try and start taking some notes on where they're falling short.
God, they need to build these characters better. That's where they're really lacking. It's like if you want to go for the darker tone and the seriousness stuff, that's fine. It's a way more challenging movie to make because you're not breaking up the monotony with anything. You're just like serious scene after serious scene. So it's a way more difficult challenge. But you need to build these characters up better. These characters need to be way more interesting when you watch them. Superman, man, like, they need to do so much better for Superman. Let's just jump right into this shit, dude. Let's talk about them doing the death of Superman like this early. I was so pissed that they did that. Where's the sacrifice? Nobody cares about Superman in these movies. Everybody hates him and thinks he's an asshole. Yeah. Where's the sacrifice?
Yeah.
Shit. Have you ever played, this is kind of off topic. You ever played that shit-ass game for 64 called Superman 64? And it was supposed to be like this, this grand thing, right? And then you play it, dude, and it was so bad, dude. If you have a chance, fucking YouTube it. Oh my. They consider it one of the worst ever. But anyways, it's like, when you were talking about that, like this Batman thing, and business before the sacrifice part, when you're talking about like Batman and stuff like that, like even if you look at say like the Batman video games, dude, and how so successful they are, and then you take that whole demographic of people and you grab them, you got them, you know what I mean? Like they're totally hooked on board, and then you show it like a new movie, you know what I mean? It's like everyone's going to gravitate towards like Batman. They have something like to hold on to, and then they bring it to like see it in actual movie form. And if you ever played the games, the Ben Affleck version of that Batman is just like the games, dude. Just like, I mean, not so Bruce Wayne-like, but the Batman version. That one scene where he comes through the second floor and he just rips house. Oh, my God. It's just like the games. It's like, dude, they totally stole this from the games. Like, no fucking way, dude. This is insane as fuck. Well, but that was the only good, like, fight scene, dude.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, to start off, I just want to say, Batman versus Superman, you think you're going to get a full movie of Batman versus Superman, and the fight sequence lasts like a few minutes, and it's not even that great of a fight scene,
Well, it sucks because there was literally no build-up to it either.
It was a forced
It was
thing.
literally Bruce Wayne just being this dickhead the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate you because you fucking brought this alien to this planet and you almost killed us all. All these good deeds that you're doing, I don't care. I hate you.
Yeah.
And then like Superman shows up and just like, dude, let's talk. no, fuck you. And then it's like, fight. Doesn't give a shit, but it's like, oh my God, your mom's name is Martha. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Maybe it just become best friends? Like,
seriously.
God, dude, when you put it like that, man.
What's the point of that? It's like he's standing over with a kryptonite spear. He's like, I will fucking kill you, Kryptonian.
Hold on.
Wait, my mom's name is Martha. Oh!
Dude, like when you put it like that, I'd like to be in that room, like everybody reading the script. Like, how the fuck do you approve of something like that?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, they're all reading, like, man, dude, like, okay, real quick. You ever hear that story where, like, Steven Seagal, he comes into this, they're doing a movie, Steven Seagal's doing a movie, right? And the producer or somebody comes into, like, his trailer, his mobile home, and they're like, Steven, blah, 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 and he's not coming out because it's Steven Seagal, I guess, is a jag-off. And he finally comes out, and he's like, after making this producer wait, dude, and he comes out, and he's like, I just read the best script of my entire life. He's like, well, who wrote it, Steven? I did.
And it's called Executive Decision. And they killed my ass off in the beginning of the movie.
Well, that's just it. It's like they. Well, the scripting, yeah, that line, that whole dialogue scene, that whole like building up to this emotional, like big, oh man, here comes the battle, dude. And it's once you put it like that, man, it's like, how the fuck do you justify that, dude? How do you?
These people sat at a table, dude, and they were just like, you know what? Like both their moms' names are Martha. I wonder if this is like, if anyone's made this connection, that's the link. It's like, dude, this guy has been hell-bent on killing Superman for, what, a year and a half? It was a year and a half after the events of Man of Steel when we flash forward. Yeah. And you're building this mech suit, and you're just ready to take this motherfucker out, dude. It's just like, your mom's name is Martha, and that's it. Like, I love you. And not only that, but then Superman says, you know what? Like, my mom is about to die, but you crazy asshole who just about killed me, why don't you go save her? Like,
yeah, it's insane. And then,
right?
You know, just to start the movie off, you have that ridiculous like sequence in like the Middle East or whatever, and Superman clearly kills this motherfucker within the first 5 minutes of the movie, like driving him through multiple like walls, just concrete walls. Yep. The dude is dead, and and that's just the first like 5 minutes of the movie. You're like, really? Like, did he just kill this dude? You know, and it's like you spent a full movie prior to this where you destroyed an entire city, millions dead, but then like you're able to take out all these terrorists within like 2 seconds and there's no destruction at all. You need to find that line. Like, is Superman really Superman and capable of doing superior things, or is he like an average dude and he lets all this shit happen? Because the real Superman that I know and I remember growing up would not have destroyed a whole fucking city to you know, destroy Zod. You know what I mean? Like, he would not have let it happen. He would have taken that shit somewhere else where people would not be dying.
Yeah,
it's a total irresponsibility. It's like this dude just doesn't give a shit about anyone. And then, you know, the whole like sequence with like the mom's names is Martha. It's just like, Batman to me has never really given a shit about his mom. He gives a shit about his dad. Like, to me, that's what has consistently been within like all of the movies, all of the comic books, all of his like recollection of his parents focus
Thomas
on
Wayne
his dad.
and all that,
They all focus on his father. So then it's like you
Even
all of
in
a
the
sudden
games,
are focusing
dude.
on his
Even-
mom, and it's like, where the fuck did she come from?
Marthas are gonna die today.
I mean, they even tried to force that shit down your throat during like the opening sequence that showed his parents getting executed, where you had you know, when the guy pulls the gun out and her pearls like, you know, are stuck on the slide of the gun, and then it cocks back and it shatters the pearls, and it's just like, what the hell is this shit, you know? Like,
yeah, dude.
That opening scene when
you're trying to
when
make it so goddamn artistic, and it's like you're not even setting up a good story, you know?
That opening scene where the kid's in the Bruce Wayne kid's in the well and the bats like start flying him up. I literally like sank in my seat. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, please don't be real. Please don't be real.
But real quick though,
You
like
grounded dark movie, you
know, like you got to think though, like Zack Snyder goes to these guys, or these guys approach him, right? One of the two, and they're like, "Yo, man, like this is our vision. This is what we want to do. Do you think we think that you're capable of doing it? Obviously, because of like your track record, right?" So he comes along and he's like, "Oh man, fuck yeah, give me the reins. I'll rip this shit a new asshole, right?" So, but then like you gotta think though, like take something like 300. And you take like a real event that happened in history, but then like he sprinkles the fantasy in there, like with the immortals and those giant like guys that won't die. it's like, okay, well, you got to like throw a little of that in there, right? It's kind of, you got to have a little Hollywood things to it. But it's like, you wonder if he like totally did it. Obviously, you don't wonder. Well, you kind of wonder, but he did, obviously. You know, Superman, Man of Steel, killing Zod. Everyone's like, ranting Raven. You know, you were totally pissed off. You're like, Superman doesn't fucking kill. And then, like this one here, you got like Batman blowing people away, dude. I remember watching that scene.
Oh, the trailer, dude.
The scene.
The trailer.
Like,
yeah.
He blew them away.
Blows away all these fuckers and like on the ground, like with his bat ship or whatever, just shooting explosives at everybody. Like, are you kidding me?
What if they had hostages?
When he did that scene in the trailer, the scene that popped in my head, when I saw that, scene that popped in my head was the John Connor Judgment Day, Terminator 2, and he's like, she's gonna blow him away. It's like, well, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
You know what's funny too is going back to that scene, dude, like with Superman. You know, Lois Lane standing there with that terrace with the gun to her head. It's like here we're going for this dark, serious tone, dude. Lois Lane's got a gun to her head, dude, and she smiled at Superman. It just kind of lets us like, hey, we know I can fuck this guy up.
Yeah.
It's like, you're gonna die, bitch. Like, all he has to do is pull the trigger.
You
You're gonna die, bitch. Yeah.
That fucking weird bathroom scene. That kind of made me like, why are you getting in the bathtub with your clothes on like you're gonna fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just felt like that was really unnecessary.
Extended scene for the rated R cut.
Yeah, it's like, you mean to tell
Even
me
more
like
water.
you needed that scene? I mean, I get it, but like, I don't know. I just felt
They're trying to make Superman feel human. They're trying to give that realistic approach to like, yes, this guy's a superhero per se, but he's just a normal guy trying to live his life. You know, they're trying to ground it with that, which is okay. Because I like the relationship, you know, with like him and his mom, dude. Like him and Martha, I like that. I really like that kind of stuff that they had between them two, especially, you know, minus the tornado shit and Man of Steel. But like,
Kevin Costner, like, oh,
yeah, that was just kind of like, I don't know.
Superman, I would have fucking grown up with would have saved his fucking dad. Like,
yeah.
Well, it was so comical.
Get blown away. Like,
it was so comical. Like, why do you have him die like that?
Yeah.
It's just like,
Don't
I'll just
say
stand here and watch this tornado take you away. Like, this movie's like got some pretty like emotional stuff built up as it is. And it's just like, well, now there's a fucking tornado, and
Yeah.
kind of unhinged it there.
yeah, let's talk a little bit about Lex Luthor.
Oh, the kid. It's the kid, right? It's the son.
It's the son of Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Let me tell you all the number one problem I had with him. I was okay with them saying, like, this is Lex's son and not Lex, because then it's like, we'll do whatever we want with the character.
I was cool with that, too.
Yeah, and we don't have to live by Lex Luthor. I was cool with them steering away from that until the end of the movie when they had to shave his head because he went to prison. I was like, you're making like a ridiculous, deliberate fan service nod that makes absolutely no sense. If you're trying so hard to get away from it but keep it similar, why did you go to that route? Should have saved it for the next movie, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I gotta shave my head to use the fucking mech suit. Like, something logical, not like, well, I'm in prison. Like, come on.
I felt like this movie, and this doesn't just go for Jesse Eisenberg, but the entire cast, I feel like the dialogue was just, let's slip as many like powerful one-liners in there as we can to make it just like the best fucking thing ever to quote.
There really
Does that make sense? Like,
there really was a lot of one-liners.
there
in
was.
That movie, right?
I mean, every line almost felt like a one-liner. You know, everything that Jesse Eisenberg said was just like such this like big, powerful, you know, quote or speech that you can put on IMDb and get everyone pumped on. Or, you know, Superman, everything he said was just like maybe 3 sentences at a time. You know, the bat is dead, let it die. You know, like,
Yeah, they really limited Superman as far as like dialogue. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't say shit in this movie.
and it's just, it didn't make sense to me because it's like, you know, you're not really helping the development of these characters by giving them such few lines. You know what I mean?
and you got what's her face, the chick, the Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Gal Gadot or Gadot coming in. You got to introduce her. I thought she was pretty cool.
I liked her. I liked her as Wonder Woman. I just don't like that they shoehorned her into the movie at the end.
She's DC's Captain America, dude. That's exactly what she is. When they showed that like 1940s footage of her, you know, I was like, oh my God, it's like Captain America, dude.
Well,
I mean,
they really truly did shoehorn these guys in, at least for the Justice League. You know,
Oh, dude, that was literally their way of just being like, we're so scared of what the hell's gonna happen, so we're gonna let you know right up front, like, here's what we've got going on.
how just tell me how Bruce Wayne automatically or
we're so scared.
They are, dude. Let me tell you something, man. Batman v Superman goes out there, dude.
Let me tell you something, brother.
It can't even break $1 billion worldwide. Who the fuck is gonna go see a movie called Cyborg? You have a movie that has the two most popular superheroes ever, dude. Batman, Superman in your title, and you can't break $1 billion. Star Wars made more money domestically, dude, than this movie made worldwide. That's sad.
Yep.
That's also stuff.
But
didn't Man of Steel have fucking more numbers too? Didn't Man of Steel
Man of
beat
Steel
out?
was more profitable when you take the like budgeting, marketing compared to profit. The profit margin for Man of Steel was better.
Yeah, Batman vs Superman, they put all their fucking ducks in a row, man. All their eggs in one basket for that marketing scheme.
And that's the thing.
It was
they were scared.
everywhere.
They threw everything they could out there
Yep.
because they're scared of what to do next. So they now you've got all these little seeds planted, and now they can run with anything and be like, "Whoa, we set it up right there." And it was right there. It's like,
yeah, that's the fucking truth, huh?
How does
so
Bruce
true.
Wayne?
It
How does
is.
Bruce Wayne have like this magical vision of the Flash? You know what I mean? Or Cyborg? Or whoever
Oh,
was in that
yeah.
let's talk
I don't
about
even
that
remember
scene.
what that vision
The
was.
Omega
He
desert
has-
scene.
Yeah, he has.
Not even
so he
that
has
one,
the dream
but the one
sequence.
where you see the guy coming out at
that was
him.
Flash.
That was Flash.
So he has a dream sequence, right, where he's envisioning kind of like what Darkseid's going to come and do, basically, and he kind of like wakes up out of the dream per se to this vision of the Flash, right, coming back to warn him, which they're basically setting up Injustice. So now they set up like Darkseid, and now they set up Injustice, all within like 5 minutes, warning of like this future of Superman, like you're right about Superman, like he's going to turn evil type shit, but then he wakes back up out of that dream again as if it was all a dream sequence. The biggest argument that I hear from people is just like, well, that happens in the comics. Like, the Flash does go back in time. And it's like, but why would you make it a dream sequence then?
Right.
Why are you making it this dream sequence in the movie? Like, they should have kept it legit. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's a dream, which does not hold any kind of canon to what's happening in the real world.
True. And
Batman doesn't fucking see the future.
And on top of that, why would you even bring him in that way? Like, the Flash hasn't been introduced anywhere, except for your TV series. Like, why would you just have the Flash come in from, like, you have nowhere idea where he came from? You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. It's them setting something up.
It's like you're trying to set something up, but no one even knows who the fuck it is. If I didn't, read comic books, I would have no idea who this dude in this, like, vision is.
Oh, yeah. It's fan service / like, we put this in here because we've got something to run with if we want to.
I think it's go back to like that Zack Snyder 300 thing where it's like, well, I got to sprinkle in a little Hollywood here and there, a little of my vision, motherfuckers, because I'm Zack Snyder. And so it's like he does like the Zack Snyder-ized version of what he thinks would fit. You know what I mean? Because it's ultimately,
absolutely.
It's his movie, but it's not his movie. But then DC kind of like, Warner Brothers, right? It's Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers kind of like, all right, dude, like, like I said, we'll give you here's a blank check, blah blah blah. Show us what you got, dude. Right now they got to be like, oh fuck, dude. Like,
well, they did, dude. Like, they gave him the reins, man.
Did they say anything like publicly about what they want to do now? I mean,
well, they've got people stepping
with or without him.
Well, no, Zack Snyder's still in the game, but they've got people stepping in, kind of like how Kevin Feige is doing for Marvel. Like, Kevin Feige is the overseer to keep things cohesive, and he lets people kind of play in that sandbox. Where with DC and Warner Brothers, they basically gave the whole sandbox to Zack Snyder and were just like, do your thing. Now, they're kind of scared with what Zack Snyder did. So they've got people who are coming in to kind of be these overseeing producers to make sure that things run smoothly. The one thing, though, man, because I know we jumped off this Lex Luthor dude, the whole thing with, like, the Grandma's Lemonade, right? Was that what he called it, the Grandma's Lemonade?
Yeah, Grandma's
or peach tea or whatever it was.
Peach tea, yeah.
That whole setup, man. The whole setup with that conversation with the senator and then the fucking play out that they had.
You loved it, dude.
Oh, my God, it was awesome.
You love that mind game
was
shit,
awesome.
dude.
I thought that was very well done, and I
What a
liked how they
beautiful way to
brought
set up
that.
Superman, dude. Like, that was that's how you beat Superman. Like, it was such a awesome way to have Lex Luthor overcome Superman.
Mm-hmm. What were you saying, Pro?
No, I was just going to say that they did a really good job with that character and that aspect. Like, I thought the mind games were wonderful, and I really enjoyed his, like, intellectual, like, superiority over everyone else.
Absolutely. They did
And
that very well.
I thought he was just so clever and so, like, maniacal, and I loved how he portrayed it too. I liked how he was more of this like adolescent who just is like a pain in the ass, but he knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like deep down, he's got that plan.
Oh yeah,
and he can manipulate you. And I loved how he interacted with the senator. I just loved how he like kind of played those mind games with her.
Oh, he owned like any scene that he was in, dude. Like he was owning the scene.
Yeah,
like he never lost control.
And I feel
even
like,
all the way up to the ending, man, when he's locked up in prison. The whole ending little line with him, you know, because he saw things, he knows things are coming. You know, it's like he's always a step ahead of the game, and I love that how they portrayed that with him.
One thing I was reading though too was he killed off that like assistant of his that I guess was correct me if I'm wrong, a pretty important part of Lex Luthor's like life, I guess. That assistant, that Asian chick, remember, in the tight skirt, and then boom, she's dead. It's like, whoa, okay.
He's willing to take that sacrifice to destroy them.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, you know. I also really did like Jesse Eisenberg's acting on the rooftop between him and Superman when he had him by the balls and stuff. I like that kind of twist with the pictures. Kind of reminded me of like some Joker thing. Like the Joker would totally do something like that, you know what I mean? With like victims, like say Robin, you know, which, you know, I guess is controversial with the
now
whole
picture
Jared Leto
this
thing,
shit with that scene there though. Lex Luthor's got him by the balls because he's like, I've got your mom. Like one call and she's dead. Mm-hmm. How hard would it be for Superman to just like, he stopped a guy from shooting somebody. Mm-hmm. You can't stop this guy from making a phone call.
Here it comes.
And then people are going to make the argument. Well, yeah, but then people make the argument, well, how does he find out where his mom is? Well, how the fuck did he hear Lois Lane drowning when she threw the spear and then tried to jump in to go get it?
Yeah.
A lot of continuity.
You're telling me he can't feel his mom's distress? Like, she's right there. She's literally right there.
You can definitely sense the plot holes and just how everything didn't tie in as it should have. You know, you're consistent here and you're inconsistent here, and that just makes the whole movie a bumpy ride, and that's what I don't like.
The whole third act of that movie was a bumpy ride, dude, from the second that they started battling, because what was the point of having Doomsday in this movie? I feel like Doomsday was nothing but like a BS plot device to give us like an action sequence and an excuse to bring Wonder Woman back.
Yeah.
Like they literally had to go and show Wonder Woman like leaving on a plane, seeing what's going on, be like, oh, I gotta go back. It's like, you just literally force-fed that shit, dude. Like, like what was the whole point of this Doomsday thing, man? How did Lex Luthor figure out how to create them? He's just like, hello, alien technology.
Yeah.
Here's these fake fingerprints. Well, now I own you. I'm going to cut my hand into this water. Holy shit, a monster. Like, what?
Yeah,
like I said,
like
man.
A user
Was
manual.
was there a manual?
A user manual. Like I said, dude, I'd like to be sitting in that round table discussion, dude, with that script going, you know what? I really like this. My agent said, you know, I'm getting like $50 million from this deal, so whatever, dude, fuck it. You know,
Oh,
like,
dude, yeah. Doomsday sucked, man.
Yeah.
It would have been so much better if they did like a proper Doomsday story and the proper death of Superman, man. Why not wait until like you redeem the character Superman where everybody's behind him and everyone's cheering for him, like, please save us, help us. Like, you are our hero. You are the hero we want you to be. And then have him do that ultimate sacrifice where everybody feels it, dude. I would have cried so hard if they would have set that up the right way, man. Like, I still got a little emotional when it happened. It's just like, damn, dude, it's Superman.
oh, he sank that blade in deep,
But-
dude. It was just like,
But, dude, I would have bawled my eyes out, man, if they set that up the right way and you just see, like, how much that impacts everyone. Like, who cares how Batman feels? The dickhead just tried to kill you 30 minutes ago, so there's no impact there.
Yep.
You don't know Wonder Woman. None of your other Justice League friends around. Like, God, man, it's such a wasted opportunity.
that Jason Momoa scene.
Oh God, where he's just he looked like a that scene where they
weight,
interest him.
like he was
Looked
doing
like
a swab
he
advertisement.
had the
right?
urge for herbal, dude. Like, that's what's going on there.
It was
The
like a
swab
mix.
advertisement.
It was a mix between like a bad shampoo commercial and like that asshole old man who's like, "Get off my yard!" Like, what are you youths doing here? I'm gonna stab you with my trident. You know, like
That was-
I can't see natural light. Like,
See, we thought he was going to be the Hulk of the movie. You know, the Hulk.
we thought he
of
was gonna
DC's Hulk.
come out and like
Yeah.
fuck shit up at the end. or
Yeah, I
something
thought
like
they were
that.
going to give him his moment at the end of the movie.
Total
And he just
letdown.
sits there, and of course he gets the best scene, dude. Like, everyone else is like these sketchy ass cameras, dude. It's just like, no, man, you want some HD shit of Aquaman? Whoa, right in your face, dude. Right in your
so
face,
true,
dude.
dude. One was like a gas station like camera.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, that was
But
bullshit.
jumping back to the Superman thing real quick, what do you do with Superman after this? He's already died. He's going to come back, obviously. Like, can you ever feel scared for Superman moving forward now? Because, like, what do? You can't kill him again.
No. They're gonna take him and turn him bad, dude. They're gonna turn him evil.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
You know, they're gonna twist it and bend the rules, and then everyone's gonna be, it's gonna be like a Civil War thing, okay? And then they're gonna, you know, do that whole desert thing with the fucking Omega symbol and all that shit, and the Harpies coming in, and what's that guy's name? Darkseid?
Yeah.
With him and shit, and that's how they're gonna probably like end up doing it, you know? But
I hope Superman just whoops everyone's ass,
But
dude.
it's so soon, dude. There's like no long-term like plan, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's so
they
weird.
blew their load, dude. They blew their load, and they're still shaking on it, man. It's just like, God damn it, give me a minute give me a minute.
I need to clean it off my face first.
You know, it's like, what's next?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say that, like, you know, DC has done a very good job in creating, like, TV. And I think they need to take some of those guys who are making these TV shows and put them to good use in the cinematic universe. Because Arrow is awesome.
See, I haven't watched it.
And I've heard The Flash is awesome,
I heard
too.
The Flashes, too.
And, I mean, just traditionally with, like, Smallville was so successful for Superman. I think they need to take some of these dudes and say, like, hey, like, we need help, you know? Come over and help us with the cinematic side because we're fucking way behind.
Yeah.
Because Marvel's fucking everything up across the board. You know, you got the cinematic universe, and then you got all the TV shows. You got Daredevil. Now you're coming out with the Punisher.
So good. I
you
really
know,
enjoyed it.
Jessica Jones was like very successful. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I heard, has gotten a ton better.
That's what I heard, too.
I've heard it's like way better now than before.
That's what I heard. I haven't watched one episode of it because I was just like,
Well,
I
at
don't
first
want
it
Peggy
got kind of bad
Carter.
reviews, and then people started kind of watching it because it became canon with the movies, so they started actually bringing up movie stuff in it. And then it apparently just got really, really good. Like, really good.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think we can safely all say, like, DC is they're way behind the curve right now. I think the best thing that they could do to save their cinematic future is to stop trying so hard not to be Marvel. Don't just come out and be like, we're going to be darker and we're not going to be funny and we're just going to make these fucking movies and run with it. Like, don't try so hard not to do what Marvel's doing. Like, just make your movies. Just make your movies. You know, they're trying so hard to go against the curve to stand aside from it, and it's not benefiting them because clearly audiences aren't gravitating to the movie. If you want to make good comic book movies, then make good comic book movies. If you want to cater to 33% of your audience, then cater to 33% of your audience. And guess what? No one's going to go see your fucking movie called Cyborg. Like,
yeah.
I think the thing is, too, is like with Marvel, it's like, it's the shit that you've always kind of dreamed of wanting to see. For example, like, what would happen if the Hulk got whapped in the face with Thor's hammer or tried to pick it up and we totally got to see that shit? Like, what would happen if fucking Thor's hammer would hit Captain America's shield? We totally got to see that. You know, you got those, like, childhood what-if scenarios. And I feel like yeah, man, it's like this DC shit, man. They just crapped all over it, dude. They're like, well, you know, you get, like, the boss battle, you get the Doomsday thing, but you don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, you got it, but you didn't get what you saw from the animated series, which everybody knows. Which everybody, like, perceives as what they're going to see on screen, and you show this clay blob, you know, he's like, blah, you know?
dude, like one of those bastard guys, dude, from Fifth Element, dude. Like, one of them guys had sex with like a maskless Ninja Turtle. Like
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still living off Die Hard,
those
dude.
Koopa wannabes.
Die Hard is such a fucking good movie, dude. I gotta watch that movie again, you know? I was always parts of Roy Rogers myself.
So we should probably talk a little bit more about Civil War.
Yeah, let's get into Civil War, man, because it's like, yeah, DC is just draining my life right now.
So I thought this movie was awesome, and I loved Ant-Man specifically. I thought putting Ant-Man in there was a great idea, and I thought he, like, blended it well, along with Spider-Man. I thought Spider-Man was probably my favorite part of the movie,
dude.
to be honest.
Spider-Man was so good in this movie.
I thoroughly enjoyed his sequences.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
So good, dude. Perfect. I was so excited about Spider-Man in this movie, dude, that I watched the first Spider-Man last night. I was just like, I gotta see Spider-Man right now. Like,
The Tobey Maguire one?
Yeah, dude. I can't watch that. Andrew
Where is he
Garfield
at,
bullshit.
dude? What is he doing?
Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
He just, made his money and it's just like, whatever, dude. I'm
Yeah,
done.
he's pretty set, dude.
There's enough memes of him crying.
Yeah.
He's probably like, shit.
Yeah. He was a
Need to watch what I do.
good Spider-Man. I liked his Spider-Man.
It was awesome, dude.
I
It was
enjoyed the
such a
Sam Raimi
good
movies.
Peter Parker and everything, dude. He was so good. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, dude.
You know,
they hit him good.
They just dropped the this new gameplay trailer of like a new Spider-Man.
Oh, I heard it looks awesome.
Oh my god, I saw it. I was like, oh my god, dude, like could this be an actual? First, he did Batman. These, it's not the same guys. It's a different studio, but it's like, so you saw how successful Batman was, and I mentioned that with like you saw the scene coming in through the second floor, and it's like holy shit, this is like the game, right? And then you got this like new Spider-Man trailer. Oh man, it looks. I swear, I want to say it's the same voice, the same actor who's doing the voice acting, sorry. But like just how he moves and shit and how like it kind of glided through like this, downtown, Manhattan or Queens, New York and shit. It was so, you have to watch it, man. You're going to be like, whoa, I want to play this game. This looks so much fun. It blew, dude, everyone was fucking freaking out. That's how impressive it was. Yeah. And it was like, shit, man, this is it. And it kind of had that same Civil War vibe to it. That's what's so crazy. It's like,
well, the Russo brothers have something right finally, I think. They never didn't have something right, but it's like we finally are getting that that progress we need for the Avengers.
Oh yeah, they're carrying this universe beautifully, man. Like to give them Infinity War was the best thing to do. They clearly can handle a lot of characters, make sure everyone gets their moments, and keep it super fun where you're not like feeling lackluster, like, oh, this was not enough of this, and what was the point of having this in here? They juggle a lot, dude, and like Infinity War is going to be a lot to juggle, like a lot.
Yeah,
Civil War was a lot to juggle, dude. It really was. I mean,
yeah.
When that battle started happening, some of the people fighting was like, For example, what's his face with the yellow?
Oh, Vision.
Vision, yeah. It's like, remember, I think I was talking to you about, or one of you guys, about like how they justify it because Vision doesn't know what he's capable of. He's like, I don't know what this is, and I feel like you know what I mean? So he kind of like, he's at this baby stage, this like, he's still in the walking baby step stage instead of like truly unleashing his power. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't, so I thought him just kind of sitting there and kind of just flim-flamming around is like, all right, just get off the fucking screen. Like, you're not going to really do anything. No one's going to kill you or fuck you up. You're just kind of going to be like, and...
Well, he's dead soon anyways. Like, Thanos is going to just completely destroy the shit out of him eventually.
That's right, yeah. He's going to be like, oh, that's mine, yoink. Yep. He's just going to be sitting there like,
Pretty much, dude. Yeah, there was a lot to juggle in here because you picture this, man. You got to carry Captain America's story.
Like the Phantom Menace droids, dude. When Jar Jar, like,
oh god,
he had it all like, it's not gonna be like that, dude. Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna take that. All right,
but
sorry.
No, yeah. So it's like you got to continue Captain America's story with Bucky, right? That's like the Captain America storyline. You got to roll with that. Then you got to bring in Civil War. Now you got to get like Tony Stark in here. And this conflict, and then, the Registration Act, and all this has to go. Now you're introducing new characters. You got Spider-Man coming in. You've got Black Panther coming in. And now you're trying to, like, mix in people that have been elsewhere in the MCU, dude. Like, here comes Ant-Man now, like, here comes War Machine kind of back into the fold, which, they kind of brought it back into the fold in Age of Ultron and stuff. But it's like you're bringing everybody to play, basically, except for, like, Hulk and Thor. And setting up new characters moving forward out of this.
Right.
I didn't expect Black Panther to have that much screen time.
Oh, he was awesome,
He had a huge part.
He kicked ass.
Good.
I thought it was awesome how they did his character, for sure. I think moving forward, this is the perfect setup. Because they only have a few more films left. They have Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Thor, to really set up for that Infinity War sequence. So,
Guardians 2.
Guardians 2.
Guardians 2.
Yeah, so they're gonna mash that shit up. They're gonna bring those characters in at least, or a few of them to
they're coming.
So.
They keep teasing that shit, dude. Like, oh yeah, we're not mixing this.
They're
bet your ass they're coming.
Yeah,
they have to, dude.
Or else there'd be no point of having those movies set up, man. Like you set them up with the Infinity Stone. You had Thanos have his appearance in there. Motherfuckers are coming to Earth, dude.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's gonna be amazing too because I can't wait to see Rocket Raccoon and like Tony Stark, man, just like corping back at each other. You know we're gonna get a lot of that.
I hope, man. It's gonna be cool, and it's gonna be nice to see It's gonna be cool to see everyone on screen, but it's gonna be so challenging, dude. To like, you know what I mean? Like you're fighting a CG character, and oh man, it's gonna be a rough shoot, dude. I don't know how do you like? All right, man. Here's the Thanos boss battle. You know what I mean?
Pretty well with the Hulk so far. You know.
That's another thing I didn't like, dude. Off of Ultron, how the Hulk just like is still in Hulk form, and he's just in this jet and he's flying away. Like,
I know, it was weird, dude.
Whoever wrote that, fucking dude, fire him, dude. Like, you're fired, dude. Like, that was so stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the silliest part about that too was like Ultron's in the jet, and Hulk just runs in there and chucks him out of the jet, and he's like, "I'm leaving." It's like. Couldn't Ultron potentially go back down there and just kill everybody?
Yeah, exactly.
Just finish the job, man, and then fly away. Like
that's right. Yeah, he's
just like, get off my plane. Get off my plane.
I thought he was gonna fuck him up, dude. I'm like, here it comes, baby.
Because that's what we're waiting for the whole goddamn movie. It's like ever since the Hulk smash scene in the original Avengers, where he just fucks up that giant, beast or
that
whatever,
lizard,
that lizard creature,
lizard,
just fucks him up. We're just like, man, Ultron versus Hulk, like the ultimate battle,
right?
And it didn't happen.
Maybe they're saving it for Thanos.
He throws
man.
him out of a fucking plane, and then just flies away. And he's all calm, but he's still in Hulk form, and he's able to fly this little fucking plane.
They're saving it for Thanos, man. Because what scene I would love to get, dude, with Thanos is like Hulk just like raging out. Thanos being completely unaffected by it, and Hulk just raging more and more and more, just getting more powerful, and then Thanos just bitch slaps him, dude. Just like, boom, dude, and Hulk goes flying. Just to show how powerful he is, dude. That'd be such a good sequence to set up.
Fuck, that would be insane.
He's like, almost like a Vegeta backslap, dude, like Dragon Ball. Just like from here to here in one motion. He's like,
yeah.
But
he has to have that glove on. You know what I mean? If he doesn't have the glove on, then it's like you're vulnerable. He's still fucking strong, but with that glove, dude, it's like, how do you stop someone like that? Like one like that? You know what I mean? You gotta almost like outsmart him, and like whatever. I mean, then there's shit, dude. There's shit in the Infinity War like trade series, dude, where you have all these other characters that are like pivotal or whatever. I can't even speak. That are important, right? Mm-hmm. And they don't even bring them into. So it's like, okay,
no, I mean, you still gotta got Adam Warlock.
Yeah, Adam Warlock, exactly.
The X-Men
He's
are
huge,
featured
dude.
in there. I mean,
well,
they're all.
You wonder if they're gonna
significant.
bring him in with Guardians too, though.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
James Gunn has been pretty vocal about like we're not doing Adam Warlock, but it's like.
You have to.
You kind of.
You also said there ain't gonna be no Guardians too.
Yeah.
Look at that shit. We ain't gonna tie it together. Well, you're gonna have to, and it is happening. So it's just it's just a matter of time before it happens. Obviously, because of the Infinity Stones and shit like that. I don't know, man. I mean, it's cool, man. It's an awesome future. It's an awesome time to fucking be going to the movies, dude. And you're a fan of this shit. You imagine being like a comic book store owner, dude. Sales through the roof. You're like, man, I'm loving this shit, dude. Keep it coming, baby.
Yeah, no, it's a good time, dude. Like, if we grew up, like, through this stuff, like, we were just getting out of high school, man, we've been getting laid, like, every day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Instead, dude, it's just like, we grew up in that era where it's just kind of like, you're a loser, dude.
Yep.
You wear Star Wars shirts, you're a loser. And that same dickhead dude now is just kind of like jerking off all over himself about Star Wars. It's like,
exactly.
Get out of here.
Some of the assholes.
But it's great that it's all out there now. I love it.
Some of the assholes who used to, fuck with me in high school for being into comics and Star Wars. It's like I see them and they got like the fucking flat billed Batman hat. I'm like, fuck yourself, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, it's all these people
now.
out there, dude, are just super trend followers, man.
Yep.
It's like, oh man, khakis and fucking polos were the thing, dude. Like I'm preppy, and it's like, oh, now Star Wars is the thing. Like I love Star Wars, man. It's like. It's trendy stuff, dude. It's just like there's people that'll just want to be a part of anything, dude. It's like Prince dies and everybody's like outpouring on Facebook like, "Oh my god, I feel terrible." It's like, do you know who Prince is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've heard of Purple Rain.
Yeah.
It's what it is nowadays.
Seriously.
Everybody just wants to be a part of something, dude.
Yeah. When Prince died, there's literally people who I'm friends with on Facebook and they're under 21 and they are just all emotional about Prince, and I'm like, you weren't even born yet.
Yeah,
you know.
I
Well,
feel
it's
ya,
these poor
I feel
people
ya.
that don't know how to think for themselves, man. It's just like, I will be told what to like. Tell me what you want me to like, and I'll do it. You want me to go spend money on Prince albums? I'll go spend money on Prince albums. I'm the biggest Prince fan in the world ever since he died. Like,
Same with fucking David Bowie.
oh yeah.
No one gave a shit about David Bowie that until he passed away, and like
Yeah.
I remember growing up loving David Bowie, especially from The Labyrinth and things like that.
Oh yeah, dude.
and
The power of the babe, dude.
it's just crazy. I don't know. It's so
Voodoo,
funny.
you do voodoo.
But yeah, I mean, the Marvel universe is just huge right now. It's just that's the mainstream, man. That's going to be the future, and they're going full fucking force, man, because they've already created another gold mine in the comic book realm with new characters, bringing back characters from like 20 years ago.
Well, and rebooting literally like every big comic line that they've had too in the last couple of years.
They just did another Dark Knight Returns like segment, so the third segment in that, I guess, full series, and then they just did a new like rebirth of the DC universe.
Yeah.
And I haven't read it yet, but it's called Rebirth or Rebirthing or some shit. And it's a completely new take on like the DC universe. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? You guys just did like the New 52 a couple years ago, where you completely rewrote everyone's origin story. Now you're doing this new thing because you need to make up that money. You need to make up that fucking money. And then Marvel's fucking like hauling ass in front of them, making fucking Spider-Gwen and like. Holy
Dude,
shit!
Spider-Gwen comics
that shit
are
fucking
amazing.
made so much money.
Dude,
So
Marvel
good, dude.
Marvel can sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. No, it's for real though, dude. It's crazy, man.
They're killing it. They are killing it, and DC is scrambling.
And then
to
you
catch
got
up.
Star. They own, Disney owns both.
Oh yeah, Marvel putting out all the Star Wars comics and those things, like
Dude, between Marvel, Lucasfilm, and Pixar, and just like their Disney, now they're doing all these like live adaptations. They're a powerhouse, dude.
Oh my god!
And
dude.
they don't have any flops, dude. Like everything is like they're running home to the bank with every movie.
Jungle Book was fantastic.
Yeah, was it? I didn't. I don't know what's.
I loved it.
Oh, you saw it?
Oh yeah, it was. It
It's
was a little
been
different.
years since I've seen
a little different from the original.
Yeah,
a little different. A little bit, different here and there with like the character development and the motives for certain events. But holy shit, that was a good fucking movie, man.
really.
Yeah, I thought I was so impressed by it. I mean, from the trailer, you think this little kid's just gonna be like a mute the whole goddamn time.
Oh,
He was so good.
That's cool.
Really?
Yeah, he was awesome. Everyone else was awesome. The whole movie was fantastic. I loved every minute of it.
I don't. What is it about again? I haven't watched that movie in like 20 years, dude. The Jungle Book, the original.
It's about a little boy who's like left in the jungle by like his parents or whatever, and he's raised by wolves.
Okay.
So this wolf clan like raises him, and then he traditionally, like the movie was like, he's older now and he knows he's a human, so he's trying to go back to like human civilization. So like this panther has to like guide him back, to save him from all the dangers of the forest, and he encounters all these other animals who want to kill him. In the new one, similar thing where he's being raised by wolves, but you have this tiger who's like the king, right, of like the jungle and shit.
Yeah.
And he wants to kill this little boy because this little boy is a human who like resembles the evil of like civilization. Like humans kill animals. So it's like kind of got that undertone to it. But it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Did you see it?
No, not yet. I've been
yet.
wanting to.
Yeah. Dude, you'll love it.
I've really been wanting to.
It was
all the
very
voice
well
actors
done.
they got for that too, man. It was like a crazy cast.
Yeah, it was awesome. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, they're killing it on everything. I mean, they're going to be making this new Beauty and the Beast movie, and it looks awesome. At least that first trailer looked awesome.
Yeah, that
She
first little
freaked
teaser
out.
had me excited, dude.
I
loved Beauty and the Beast when I was a kid, man. Like those are like my favorite Disney movies, man. Were like those '90s ones, dude. Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh my god, dude.
Like those are the ones I grew up with,
Oh yeah, Lion King. Are they? Since they're redoing all these, dude, they're going to be eventually just hitting Aladdin, redoing that.
Oh yeah, it's all coming, dude.
Redoing Lion King, it's all going to sell, dude.
Aladdin, Peter Pan, those are like my favorites, dude.
Peter
I mean,
Pan,
Hook was
yeah.
awesome. I loved Hook, but like I want to. You fucking hate Hook to the day you die. I know
Yeah.
you like have that vomit taste in your mouth when you hear Hook.
Man,
But I want to see like a real like Peter Pan story, the Disney story version of it.
Yeah, a good one.
Then the last one was wasn't the last one the Peter Pan was like the stepfather in Liar Liar with Jim Carrey, and he's like, I got the claw, little Jake or whatever his name is, and
I didn't see it. I don't know.
Oh God, I could have sworn. I think that's him, dude.
Carrie Ellis.
I don't even know his name, dude. All I know is like you're the stepfather from Liar Liar, dude. Like no one liked you, man.
What a freak!
He's the hero in Princess Bride, dude.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm sorry.
That movie's awesome, man.
No, I mean, yeah. I don't know, dude. It's crazy, dude. Because like when they're done with this this Infinity War thing and Thanos and it's totally done. Like it's done. The box set 4K fucking box set with Thanos' glove, and you can unfold the glove, and all these movies come out and shit. And it's all like 4K 3D, or not even 3D. It's like virtual reality shit. Whenever that shit comes out, dude, and you know everyone buys it up for $250. You know, it's like, where do you go from here, dude? You know,
they have so many stories left.
Well, there's a lot.
Still, I mean, they
do,
just took over Fantastic Four, man.
But it's weird because it's like Thanos is like
make something.
That's
out of
right.
That, you have so many more
Galactus.
stories. I mean, yeah, Thanos is kind of like the end game, and he's kind of like the superior being in the Marvel universe.
He really is. Yeah.
There's so many other stories you can tell with so many more characters that you can bring in and introduce in other storylines.
Yeah.
They're set for life. There's nothing they can't.
They're going to
do.
keep going until they can't go anymore, dude. Like. Really, I mean, they could take a break from all this Earth stuff, dude, and just jump and just focus on the cosmos. I mean, there's so many characters, dude, like just out in the cosmos that they could focus on.
Yeah,
they've clearly shown that they can successfully take characters that nobody is either heard about or is just like heard whispers of the name, dude. Guardians of the Galaxy. Dude, being a comic book fan, man, like I've never read a Guardians of the Galaxy comic book before. I've just known the name. And that movie was a dynamite success. So good that they greenlit the sequel with the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
And then they're going to do Inhumans. Like, who knows Inhumans?
Look at Spider-Man. I mean, now you have the entire Spider-Verse in front of you.
Oh, God,
you got
dude.
Scarlet Spider. You got Venom. You got Carnage. You have Vulture. Ryan. You have... Doc Ock again, you could reboot.
They could do
him.
all of them, dude. Spider-Man has got the best wealth of villains, dude, ever, dude. Him and Batman, those are the top two, man. They got the best wealth of villains.
I agree.
So you have all these stories, man. You can make 15 Spider-Man movies if you wanted to. With the amount of characters and different realms. Fucking bring in Miles Morales, the a newer like version of Spider-Man. You could bring in so many different things that are going to be great for that section alone of the series.
Spider-Man is its own universe entirely if they wanted to go there, dude. And that's what Sony tried to do. Sony was like, well, we're going to do our Spider-Man universe. Yeah. And they fell hard because they made their movies like a bunch of dipshits, dude. Those amazing Spider-Man movies, dude. I hate those movies.
Yeah.
I hate those movies, man.
With the Sandman, the third one with the Sandman. Didn't he become like a huge giant or something?
That was the Sam Raimi.
Yeah, that was still Sam Raimi, though.
But... We're talking
when they
Andrew Garfield bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Mr. Hipster douchebag.
Dude, such
and it was Rhino at the very end.
Yeah, that bullshit, dude. That was such horseshit.
And they try to make him like a hipster cool kid, trying to be
so
the nerd,
dumb.
but all the God.
And then what I really thought they were going to do in Civil War too, I was so surprised that they didn't do this, but I guess it makes sense. But I thought they would do this to give us a different Spider-Man take. Was like in the Civil War comic book, like Spider-Man really is like the determining factor in that. It's like, where does Spider-Man go? And then he pulls off his mask and reveals his identity as Peter Parker, and he sides with Iron Man. And it's like, holy shit, dude! It's like this huge moment in comic books. And I'm like, well, maybe they brought Black Panther in initially for that. That's what I thought Black Panther's role in Civil War was going to be. It's like, well, we don't own Spider-Man, so we're going to kind of like fill that void with Black Panther.
Yeah.
Then when they got Spider-Man, I was like, do it, dude. Do it, because how perfect would that have been to reveal Spider-Man, hey, like, I'm Peter Parker, and then you go off to your, like, Spider-Man solo film, you could set up the Sinister Six so beautifully, because now there's, like, a purpose to it. It's like, all these supervillains that are, like, hiding, like, in the dark corners are just like, holy shit, like, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. It's like, dude, what a better way to get people out of the woodworks to come attack somebody when they know your identity.
God,
I totally thought they were going to go
right?
that route.
Yeah, so.
I really liked how, real quick, how Tony Stark, like, snuck into his apartment and was actually impressed by what he was capable of doing. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
this is crazy, dude. Like, the strength you have at this amount of speed, like, this inertia, like, all these, like, he didn't say inertia, but you know what I'm saying. Like, he was totally
Peter
impressed.
Parker's a beast, dude.
He was totally impressed by him, you know?
Dude, when Winter Soldier, dude, when Bucky was like, boom, and he's just like nothing, dude.
Oh, yeah, you
like
got a
like a
metal
fly
arm,
in the wall,
dude.
like, whoa, dude. Just like, holy shit. It was just,
Yeah.
again, one of those moments, man, where it's
Yep.
just like, you get that badass feeling where you're like, dude, that's the kind of shit I want to see in the movie, dude.
Yep.
What happens if Bucky goes to punch Spider-Man? Well, clearly he just grabs him like it's nothing.
Yeah, grabs him
it's
like
so
it's nothing,
cool.
dude. Fucks him up, dude. It's done. You know?
One thing before we wrap it up here, I just want to say despite all the hate, on DC thus far, I'm very excited about the Suicide Squad movie.
Can't wait,
That
dude.
movie the marketing campaign has been so goddamn brilliant.
What if it fucking bombs, dude? Then
It might very well be shit, but like the marketing campaign has made me more intrigued about that movie than ever before. I've never been so intrigued about a DC movie than so far with those trailers.
yeah.
Well, here's what feels fun about Suicide Squad. It feels like they're not trying to step aside from anything. They're like, we're going to do this movie about characters that people don't know about, and we're just going to like go off the hinges and have fun with it. And that's really how the film is feeling like it's being marketed. It's just like, we just went with it. Good. That's going to feel like a more original film. You're not trying so hard to be dark. You're just making a movie. And I really hope that movie kicks ass. I hope all the DC movies kick ass.
Yeah.
Who wants these comic book movies to suck, dude? Like, they got to be good, man. You want them to all be good.
It's good for consumerism. It's good for the comics themselves. It's good for
Well, it's just good for
everything.
just to pass along the culture to a new generation. I mean, we grew up with the comic books. We didn't grow up with these amazing movies to reference. You know what I mean? The Spider-Man movies, all of this shit didn't come out until we were adults. So it's
that's why we're living in like the best time ever, dude. This is the best time to be alive, man.
It's awesome for younger kids, I feel, to be growing up with this shit. I mean, you with Riley, she's growing up in like the prime time to experience this kind of a culture.
Oh yeah.
And any kid her age, is growing up in the prime time, and that's why it's like I want these DC movies to kick ass because I don't want kids to grow up saying fuck Batman, fuck Superman, because they shouldn't,
dude,
because those characters are
definitely
great. It's just that you're not getting them great in the movie, and you're not giving anyone a reason to like want to go see them again.
right.
You see how the numbers significantly drop with Batman vs Superman in the box office. What happens next? You put all this money into Justice League, guaranteed no one's gonna fucking see it. That shit's not gonna do anything.
That's what's worrisome, dude. Like, again, your movie title is Batman v Superman. You got the two biggest names in comics in your movie. That movie should make bank, dude. But then a movie called The Avengers comes out that doesn't have Iron Man's name in it. It's just you see these characters because they've been established. The movie's still called The Avengers, and it makes a shitload of money. So Disney's clearly got their ducks in a row. DC is like trying so hard to figure it out, and they're putting a lot of money out there and sacrificing everything they can just to find something to catch. If it doesn't catch, that entire film slate they announced is going to change. Because if you can't sell that movie, you're not going to sell Cyborg. You're not going to sell the Green Lantern Corps. These are characters that are very, like, minute type characters, man, that people are not going to flock to the theater to see unless you get this shit right.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah.
Fucking hey, dude.
So,
On that note.
yeah, that's going to do it for today then. So, we will be back next week. So, we're going to do this every Tuesday right around 8 p.m. We're doing live feeds for everything, so, share this around, let everybody know what we're up to. We want to try to, like, get some conversations going with everybody tuning in while we're doing this live. That's it, man. Thank you all very much for listening. We're going to be on iTunes, kicking this over to the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. It's youtube.com/NerfHerdersPodcast. Check us out on our Facebook page, facebook.com/NerfHerdersPodcast. We should have the iTunes up by next week, and we will get all that set to go there, so thank you guys again. We are the Nerf Herders. I am Bootzilla.
Big Perm.
J-Bone.
Thank you guys again. We will see you next week.